All right.
All right. So it's been a while, folks. This is the Kickback Podcast. And yes, I am wearing an Aaron shirt for those who are asking. I just like to rock my t-shirts with my old jobs. I don't know. It's a phase. Leave me alone. But it's my boy Soul Lee right here, the superstar. Um, this podcast episodes gonna be basically around the current state of R&B. Remember when Diddy stated not a few weeks back where R&B is dead, it's lacking the umph it used to have. We're gonna touch on that. Also, who is the king of R&B? Who's the king? Maybe y'all put y'all suggestions in out there in the comment section. So right now we're gonna jump into this episode. But we was talking before we hit record about the comedian that passed away. You said his name was what now?
David A. Arnold.
I saw that this morning. As you know, my uncle is a comedian. Shout out to EJ Nonstop. Get well, man. He's he posted that, and one of his other buddies or mutual friends, they posted it. And I'm like, I've seen him somewhere. And then I went to go search, and I said, okay, yeah, I know his stuff, and it's crazy. Like, I don't know what happened. I haven't seen nothing far as what happened as of yet, but they say he just passed away. It wasn't nothing like nothing uh tragic, far as just his way of going. I think it was just some health issues, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean that's what I heard, but
Yeah,
I don't even know.
yeah. So it's crazy, man. People die so often and you not even know it. Like, and people be shocked, like, dang, I didn't know this person have died. Now, I don't think we gonna be out here like Stacey Dash a whole year later when DMX died and she like, oh my God, he's dead. So I don't know where you was in life if you didn't know DMX was dead. I think it was a big thing, it was pretty big,
Yeah, I
but
still don't understand that one right
I
there.
don't still understand. I think Stacey Dash was so beautiful. She's so beautiful, but she's
Bruh,
just such an airhead, man. Like, it's like I believe celebrities shouldn't have social media, because I think back in the days it was just that mystique of who they are. You had magazines where you get a peek into their life. You had to
exactly.
make up the rest with your imagination,
Yeah.
and it made them so cool. But then when your social media came, you realize your favorite celebrities are goofballs or idiots, and you like, I can't believe
Man, you
she's
remember
an
her
idiot.
from Clueless, man? She was so
Oh my
beautiful,
God,
man.
dude, I had a crush. That's what I'm saying, dude. I had a Clueless poster just because of her, and I was jealous of the dude she was dating on the show. Like, that's my girl. That's my girl. I'm like 7, 8 years old. That's my girl.
Right.
She was just, I liked in everything she was in. And like I said, man, I think social media kills off these celebrities, and sometimes it makes them just cooler than life. Like, I love watching anything with Snoop Dogg. Like, this month, he just like cooler than life. Like, I would pay to be in a room just to communicate, just to powwow network with him because he's just a cool guy. But some celebrities just ain't meant for social media. Like, for
Yeah.
example, um, Jada Pinkins. Like, I don't think we should have gave her a red table. I don't think we should have gave her a cheer
Mm.
because she just throwing Will. It just everything Will can't have. He don't know how to have sex. Dang, I'm not in love with him. Dang, yeah, I shouldn't have got married. Dang, you know what I'm saying? I had an
Yeah,
entanglement.
yeah,
Dang. So it's
everything
like,
was meant for the public. Yeah.
yeah, it's like, yo, shut the hell up, bro. Like, you talking too
Yeah.
much. Let the red table talk be about other people gossip. You like, oh, I don't talk about myself. Oh, okay, like you spilling your own tea for free.
Right.
Like, God, oh, poor Will done wrote a book. He's so distraught. He can't make movies no more.
Man.
But anyway,
But the good thing about it, we got a Bad Boys coming out.
we do have another
Okay.
bad boy. So it's always a silver lining. And I hope this bad boys is just like, I hope like August Alsino is in there and he's like the villain. And then Will Smith get to kick his ass. And then like it'd be believable, be like, oh, that's cool. Yeah, you got him. I don't know. But I
Yeah.
just think Will got to get his manhood back, and Bad Boys 4 is gonna bring it back. So hopefully that's a good movie, and
Yeah.
hopefully,
I think, yeah, man.
yeah. So I'm glad of that. I'm glad I was when they said they was gonna put a hold on everything. I'm like, don't touch Bad Boys. Don't mess with
No.
this. Leave this
So,
alone. Like, you can do whatever else, but leave this alone. You know how long we waited for Bad Boys 3. You know how long we
and all
waited.
of them was good.
Yeah, we waited damn near 20 years for this one. You gonna
I'm trying
ruin
to
this
tell
because of a slap? He be all right. And put some ice on that. He be all right.
right.
But nah, man. But yeah, so we was talking about the current state of R&B, man. Like I
Mhm.
saw what Diddy stated that the R&B is currently in a state of stagnant, like it's not progressing, it's
Mhm.
not it doesn't have the soul anymore.
Mhm.
um Me personally, I think the best era in R&B was the 90s.
Mhm.
Late, probably the 90s up to the early 2000s was just like the peak. Now I'm
Mhm.
not saying it's dead, I just think it was passed to another generation and they're giving their own spin to it.
Mhm.
Now I miss the eras when the brothers used to cry at the baby mama's door to get back in their lives. I miss the day where the guy was vulnerable, where he
Mhm.
was like Rome, let me come home, let me come. It was
Yeah.
like they was very apologetic that they did something wrong. They was hurt. They was in the rain, spinning with the shirt open, getting colds, and just really just bearing a heart. And now R&B is like, I effed your baby mama, I effed your girlfriend, and I'm cooler than you, and Mr. Steal Your Girl, and it's like I don't know what happened to that shift, but I don't think. I mean, yeah, it's still for female because R&B always been obviously catered towards female, and we
Mhm.
men use it as, hey, help me get her, yeah. But now it's just seemed like I don't think it's dead. I just think a new generation, a new mindset has shifted. But I'm gonna ask you because you the R&B guy, you the king of the North Carolina R&B scene, so in the soul scene. So I'm gonna ask you, man, like, what you think?
I think that I don't think it's as strong as it once was,
Hmm.
and some people say that it's better. Some people say, I mean, it's so funny because like
Hmm.
you can look at it in like a sports analogy. Like people be like, oh, it's Jordan, then it's LeBron, and and people forget about Kobe Bryant. You know,
Hmm. Yeah.
so I'm like, and it's the same thing that's happening in the R&B. Like we know about Michael and Prince and all that and other greats, and then we just skip, and then we go, oh, then we got Chris Brown and we got the other ones. We forget we had Usher. So it's like we all of them forget about the history through the years. It seems like, and that's one of the things that really gets to me. Is like, how can you say you're a fan of music when you're cutting out years and a specific artist that made a great dent in history, and R&B history, like. So when you cut out, when you go straight from it was this, which was old, and then you got Chris Brown, it's like, all right, well, so what about all this time in the middle that you just skipped over, you know? And I think R&B has been cut out. And one thing I think is rap. I think when rap started to sing, when rappers started to sing,
Get melodic, yeah.
I think that's when it started like diminishing the R&B, and and which I always talk to my wife about a lot. Well, no, that's more the soul. Yeah, I was about to say because when we listen to music, especially like soul music, it's like we kind of gave it away,
Right.
as in like our people. Like when you go to these concerts most of the time, like
Hmm.
if you go to a Temp's concert, OJ's concert, or Smokey concert,
Hmm.
you do not see a lot of us in there.
Okay, yeah, I see.
You know,
I see what you're saying.
And that was that was us. That's our history. Like hell, we talking about Motown. We talking about Motown. We talking about Stax. We talking about um shoot the Philly sound. But we
Mhm.
like we give it away. Like and
Yeah.
then we get mad when the opposite race pick it up and they start doing something with it.
And then they might progress in it, which is just got to get your own, man. Uh,
Exactly.
that's true though.
But we be giving it up. And we put it on the shelf.
Hmm.
We got what we wanted to out of it, which was, some little stuff. Then
Hmm.
we put it on the shelf. And it's all
Hmm.
dusty now. And then somebody else pick it up, and they flourishing in it. And then we complain about it.
Well,
Like,
I agree with that. I agree with that, but I wanna interject into that. I want you to continue that, but I want to interject right there in that statement
mhm,
because it's so ironic you said that because I was, dang, you must read my mind because, which is hence why I put because what we was gonna lead up to was what my caption was,
yeah.
and that's a part of that as well. So I believe as I hear that a lot. They say we gave it up, we gave it up. I don't think we gave it up. I think the industry to that magnitude is controlled by places like Columbia, Universal,
Mhm,
Atlantic Records. All these major record labels are businesses now. So it's more business than business first, artist last. And for example, Justin Timberlake, and people can say what they want, and that's fine. But my opinion, Justin Timberlake stole Usher's identity
mhm,
when it comes to his lane, right? And people will say, "Oh, well, no, that was Usher's lane." And I think anytime when another race, especially when it's, let's be honest, with white people take when they kind of rub shoulders in the same genre we in, they get more spotlight than we would because they are more just like that Five Heartbeat scene. Remember when the Five Heartbeat album cover and they had the little Beach Boys,
yeah.
I ain't got no money. Ooh, no fancy car. Yeah, so, but it's
Don't
that.
look like a millionaire.
Yeah, yeah. So that scene and that movie is iconic. It's bigger than what it is, people. That movie is one of the greatest movies ever because it was giving you subtle hints on what's going on. But anyway, so with that being said, that's kind of what happened with R&B. R&B took a shift when you had the people like the Justin Timberlakes, the Robin Thicke, you know what I'm saying? They kind of come into the lane when you had the Adeles, when you had um um the Gwen Stefani's and the Pinks, and you have these artists who comes out and they kind of emulate what the sound was before them. So they took it, and then you got the new guys now, which is what's the dude name? My wife will kill me, but baby you
Yeah,
let you
yeah.
70 that song. So I
Sharon.
forgot his
Mhm. Yeah, Sharon.
um Ed Sheeran. And so now that's not R&B per se, but what I'm saying is the twang of it. You know what I'm saying? And so they're carrying on the torch when it comes to that authentic cater to the female first,
Mhm.
and then our generation or our artists now are the opposite spectrum. It's like the R&B artists are now the hip hop artists, and the hip hop artists are now the R&B artists. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's what I'm gonna let you continue, but that's just basically what it is. It's like they took that role into where it's like, well, they continue on this legacy, so they're gonna, and they gave us to say, look, these hoes ain't loyal. You know, Mister Steal Your Girl. I got your baby mama. Your girl gonna leave you for a rich dude or whatever, and that completely defeated the whole purpose of R&B.
Yeah.
But go ahead, continue. And I want, where you was at. I just want to throw that
Oh,
out there.
I like where you was going with it. I mean, that's the truth, yo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the truth. It's like Now it's just like everybody want to sing now, and I think that's one of the things that hurt R&B too, in a way, because either everybody want to sing, everybody can't sing, but on the other hand, everybody's I don't know, man, because everybody want to sing now, and even when I just seen a video, I don't know who it was, but it's this singer that was singing live, and he was terrible.
Was it a versus joint with Marion?
No.
Oh, okay.
This was a white dude.
Oh,
This was white dude, but I've heard his name everywhere, which is still crazy because after hearing him sing and live, it was terrible. I'm like, how you get to where you are with you sounding like this? Like he was like didn't know how to sing, but it was I think that's one of the things that the industry has done too is like they went after looks and they were like, well, forget the talent. If you got the look, then we can make you sound like you can sing.
they building the package. Remember what they used to tell us in school? Building the package
Yeah,
to sell. Yeah.
yeah. But hell, even some of the ones that got the package, they don't get picked up. They got the looks, they got the talent, they got the drive, don't get picked up.
That's true.
And it's like, yo, so what is even the point of trying to get a record deal? You know, because getting a record deal was one of the things that everybody tried to do.
That's why we went to school.
It was like, yo, we going but then it changed, and it's like, well, we really started seeing the business as what it was for. Not saying it wasn't that a long time ago, but it's just it was more in your face, and then you started, like you said earlier, the exposure of these artists was brighter, and you could really see what it was for and what they could do, and they were still getting picked. Even if they were bad, they were still getting picked up, and it was like it just became like a joke, like the record business. It was a joke, and then I started going back to listening to Prince interviews and stuff, and he was telling the truth like the whole time, like, yo, the record business is whack. Because if you do that to Prince,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of person are you? Like Prince
Mm-hmm.
is one of the most talented brother was,
Mm-hmm.
and you're gonna treat Prince like this, and you're gonna try to do this to Prince and hold him
Mm-hmm.
back and steal from him and do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And this dude right here is one of the top, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like what kind of business are you really? You know,
Yeah. It's
and then and then the money people would say they was making, like, you got these 360 deals, and
yeah, they got their hands in all your
yeah,
projects, making money
yes,
out of all your
man, yeah, and you
projects.
got to pay that money back.
Mm-hmm.
You get most of your earnings from being on
Shows.
tour,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and it's like, man,
You ain't
yo,
getting nothing. You broke at the end of the day. You might as well get a daytime job. You probably making $3,000 more a year than you would as a manager somewhere, and you don't realize that
hmm yeah,
because of
'cause
the image they portray. You
yeah,
think,
yeah,
yeah,
but you really gotta have that drive, man. But I mean, and I say that very loosely because now it seems like you can just do something mediocre and make it. If it go viral, then
oh
that's what
yeah,
it is.
The Island Boys. We the Island Boys. If
Right.
I watch what now watch they get paid off this because I said it. But but that's that's why mm, that's why I stopped making music
Mhm.
because the reality is, and I'm not one of those. Everybody who knows me, especially you, anybody who knows Chris, know, dude. I call it how it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. You know what I mean? I got
Mhm.
no reason to sugarcoat nothing. I got a reason to. I'm not a arrogant person. I'm not a cocky person, nothing like that. I just call it for how I see it. And I would like to think that I was uh, very talented with rapping. I think I was very great at it. Very good. Very good. Um, Now, do maybe did I need a professional studio quality single? Yeah, 100% agree. But does that diminish what I was saying on my penmanship? Because brother, I was good. I was really good, man.
Mhm.
And I knew for a fact I was better than a lot of the talent that was, as you were saying, signed. I knew for
Mhm.
a fact. I know I'm better than Lil Pump. I know I'm better than Little Nas X. I know I was better than Juice WRLD. I know I was better than those 21 Savage. I know. And a lot of people gonna say, well, you wild to know. What did they say that's memorable? Quote me something. Quote me something that holds up,
Mhm.
because it's TikTok music at the end of the day. It's catchy, right? It sounds good while you vibing,
Mhm.
but it's not feeding you, right? It's
Mhm.
not feeding your soul, it's not feeding your mental. It's not giving you something to say, you know what? I was thinking about what little Nas X said the other day about slapping dudes on the butt. That was so profound. You don't hear nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Anybody can rhyme. Like you said, anybody can sing, but not everybody can sing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's the same thing. The same way you feel about R&B is the same way I felt about hip hop.
Mhm. Mhm.
Now, back in the days growing up, you literally had to be good, which is why I studied, which is why I worked on my penmanship, which is why I spent time in class. They thought I was slow in school. Nah, I was just thinking of the next rhyme when I should have been learning. And
Mhm.
at lunch, I go and freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Have a freestyle battle, and I'm just like, okay, that'll be, So I'm just putting pieces of a puzzle. So this punchline will fit here. This will be the
Mhm.
build up for this. I'm forming songs, and I'm
Mhm.
forming bridges, and I'm forming everything, analogies, metaphors. I'm breaking the science down. I'm like chemistry, putting this together just to give you a full product, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And now you don't have to put that much effort in making a hit song as a rapper. You got a rapper now. It's a song not long ago. It's a couple years old though. Where all he said was Gucci Gang. Was it Gucci Gang? Gucci Gang, 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 Gucci Gang. Something he was saying, something, whatever he was saying, and he said maybe 5 bars. And in a typical hip hop song, you 16 bars, unless you got more than two people, then it's 8 bars.
Mhm.
So he had maybe 6 bars, and then go back to Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. It's like the whole song is like, yo, he's so repetitive. Like when the song was over with, what did I get from it? Because I can't tell you not one word he said other than Gucci Gang. Or just like Panda with the rapper. I'm
Yeah.
glad he ain't, whatever his name
Mhm.
was, you
Yeah.
know. And so you see what I'm saying? It's like you don't have substance. And that's what I'm
Mhm.
getting at people. When I made that statement, there'll be a lot of people roasting me. Well, they're famous and you're not. Well, that's the point of us saying this. You know what I'm saying? Like I hate when people say, well, they getting paid. Really? Are they really? Because not really. They might, yeah, sure, they get paid more than me now. Absolutely. But for what they're doing, no, they're not getting paid nearly enough.
Mhm.
Because what's that rapper with the beads in his head? Oh my god, I forgot his name. He made a song called Broccoli.
You
Um,
talking about
Dark skinned dude.
yeah, yeah,
Oh my god, somebody will tell me his name. I don't know, but that's the point. I mean, that's
yeah,
the point. Being that
yeah.
we can't remember his name is the point I'm making. It's the point. right? He's better than me and everybody else and Sean and all us, but we don't remember his name. You probably don't remember his name who watching this. You don't remember his name either. But that's the point. That's the point. When he was hot, oh yeah. Oh yeah, he was cocky. Everybody know who I am. When he was hot, yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
You know who I am. Now we can't we like that's Ray Ray's son. You know, that's where we at with it right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of you know, I hate to say one hit wonders, but it's like it's some microwavable music now, you know. Ain't no meals being prepared in this music now.
Nah, it's all McDonald's.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And we already know that ain't good for you.
Yeah. And fries good. The fries are good. You're addicted to the fries, just like trap music. I hate I hate's a strong word. Let me take that back. I despise trap music because I don't want to say that and Facebook ban me, but I despise trap music. I despise drill music. I despise that because people say, "Well, you just old." No, that's not old. That just means I just have common sense. Why would I want to listen to a track with a dude indict himself? When a dude put himself on a RICO trial, then turn around in the same song and say, "I will KILL a snitch for talking about me," but you literally just told us who you murdered, when you murdered them, what you was wearing, what time of the day, what car you was driving, then drop the hook. Then the next bar say, "I will, I will murder a snitch for talking about you." Literally, so you going is this suicide? You know, because you literally indicting yourself. But then when they go in the RICO trial, and once they're on a RICO trial, it's like the haters. No, it's not the haters. It's you. It's you. No one would have known you shot little Ricky down the street, but you put it in a song. You said that. You know what I'm saying? And trap music be like, oh, I'm switching packs. I'm in the kitchen whipping it. No, you're not. Migos. No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You probably sold weed back in the days. You know what I mean? You probably know the boys who were dope boys. You probably knew them, like I know Soul Lee, but that wasn't your life. And if it was your life, you wasn't successful at it because otherwise you wouldn't be rapping.
Man.
You see what I'm saying? But the point I'm saying is they take lifestyles that's not their own, but they give you what they think you want. Just like R&B now, they give you what they think you want. They give you that the arrogant dude who sleep with all the women and care nothing about nobody heart. It used to be women used to hear R&B track and it feel like they were singing to them.
Yeah.
My wife told me a story of how she was at an Usher concert and she could probably slap me. She could probably come right here and beat me back of the head. When Usher was singing a song, I forgot the name of the song, but she felt like he was singing it to her. Now she was a kid at the time, but she was a fan of Usher, just like I was a fan of Stacey Dash.
Yeah.
And he was singing a song, and she just knew he was singing it to her.
Yeah.
And that's the point though. As an R&B artist, you cater to imaginary female, and all female fits that description. And it makes them feel worthy. It makes them feel like they might be in a crappy relationship, but solely new song came out, make me feel like I'm beautiful, you know. And that's not saying that R&B only makes song for women, but I'm just saying it just uplift females, you know.
Yeah.
And at one point, hip hop used to be the thing that that push female down. Not both of them are. So where female gonna get their praise from? Where female gonna get their recognition from? What genre? Because what's my man named Ed Sheeran? Ed Sheeran got it on lock right now, y'all. He got it on lock so bad that was my first dance song at my wedding. I couldn't play nothing because y'all weren't giving us nothing. I couldn't play These Hoes Ain't Loyal at my first dance. I couldn't do that.
Man.
You know.
Yeah, it's very slim pickings now, man. Me and Don when I was riding with Don one day. Matter of fact, to your crib, and we were listening to some artists, man. There was some really good artists. Some new R&B, and he put me on to my girl. She's a Isley, like Ronald Isley, you know, the Isley brother.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she's a granddaughter or something like that, but Don was telling me about it. And she was really good, man. Really good. He put me on to a lot of good R&B. Just that short period I was riding with him to your crib. And so
Mm.
it's still out here. It's just it's so buried, man. Because for one, like you said, the radio stations are only going to play what they
What
want
they
to play.
think, what they
You know?
think you want to hear, but it's a generational thing, though.
Yeah, and it's a generational thing. Yeah, yeah. And you can say, okay, well, yeah, people got the right to listen to what they want to listen to, but like I know, like for like my nephews, like they didn't listen to a lot of garbage music, because for one, my sister, wouldn't let them, and for one, like they ain't gonna hear it with me. They gonna only hear some good stuff when they ride with me, which my my oldest nephew, he was listening. He knew the Temptations when he was 1 years old. He,
Mm.
I mean, like he knew Motown when he was a little child. So like you only they're only going to gravitate to so much to um, something bad or um, unhealthy. As it just depends on you or what you're going to feed them. If they eat a bunch of hell junk food, then they ain't gonna be too healthy. But if you feeding them healthy food, then they're gonna tendency to have a healthy lifestyle. It just depends on what you feeding your child. What you getting them to listen to, like, because that tends to set in you, like with how I dress and how, because first of all I learned the history, like, for one. So when you say, oh, I saw Soul Lead somewhere, when the first thing that pops up in your mind, I'm quite sure it ain't gonna be nothing crazy like with me with some baggy pants or with my pants hanging out. You gonna probably think I had on a suit somewhere, or you know. So it's like, yo, we
It's your
got we got
image.
we got to set standards to, we can't just keep subjecting our kids to trash,
Nonsense.
even though you may like it, or find it amusing
Amusing.
or
Hmm.
whatever. It's probably entertaining to you, but like your your mind is more mature than your kids, maybe. So think about that before you subject them to some music that could actually damage them in the end of the day, for their future. Because they could be thinking what they hear on the radio and seeing in these videos on YouTube is the way to be.
That's
you
true.
know so like, get them right. you know eh, Let them grow up with some class, because like class, it seems like it has gone out the window. Like,
Yes.
it's like, yo, what happened to the word class? No, I'm not talking about being stuck up. I'm talking about having some class.
Has having some integrity. Carry yourself with respect, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, this
That's true.
and yeah, man. I can go on and on about this, man. It's just, it's really disheartening, it's disappointing, because we get a spotlight on us as a people, you know, and people going to be like, oh well, he or she acts like this, and then they paint it for the whole culture. Everybody act like this, and it's like, no, like we don't even know why this person is acting like this. They acting stupid, like. But
Hmm.
hell, that's for them. It's not the whole culture.
It's not everybody.
Yeah, yeah, and and we quick to say, oh well, don't nobody judge me, or the this is us, and
Yeah, it's a mentality. Music has a lot to do with the mindsets of this generation now.
yeah,
And it has with any generation. Music has always influenced. And music, by the way, Satan was in charge of music in heaven. That
hmm
was his thing. That was his. He was the Michael Jordan of that,
hmm
right? So much to where he led the praise team to worship Christ. You know, he what God at the time. He'd get all the worship in from the angels,
hmm
and not to be all technical, but he wore jewels and all to get all the worship in front of him. And then he take the worship to God and give it to him. And then he got cocky. He was like, "Well, shoot, I'm the man with the plan. Like I'm the one out here. You ain't nobody coming to see you. Oh, they come to see me. You know what I'm saying?" So much to where he was kicked out, and he still to this day is in control of music. And with that being said, I say that to say this, to piggyback off what you're saying, music is meant to be a manipulating tool to steer people in directions that they want to go in.
hmm
So when hip hop first started back in the well, technically late 70s, when it first started, it became just self expression.
hmm
So much to where every rap rhyme back then started out with the rapper introducing their name. Hey, my name is Chris, and I like to say, you know, it started out as self expression, and it became um, empowerment for our culture, where you had the Queen Latifahs, we had the De La Souls, where you had um the Rakims, and you had the artists of that era that gave you the KRS Ones, the artists who Public Enemy, people who gave you a voice but also gave us worth, made us feel like we didn't have to be rich to be a part of the movement. We didn't
hmm
have to be a rapper or a trapper or a gangster to be part of the movement.
yeah,
But then when gangster rap came to be, and don't get me wrong, gangster rap has its good and bad, because if you're talking about your surroundings like Curtis Blow, these are the breaks. You know what I mean?
hmm
So if you giving us a peek into your world, that's one thing. But then it became a peek into your world. This is what's happening, you know, in my neighborhood, to where this is what I'm doing in my neighborhood. I'm selling weed. I'm selling drugs in my neighborhood. I'm shooting people in my neighborhood. You know,
yeah,
then so when that shift, this younger generation are very impressionable.
yeah,
Think about it. When we were kids, and when you had artists like Lil Wayne and Cash Money, and came out with Bling Bling, right? When
yeah,
you had that
and
No
no
Limit,
limit.
No Limit, when you had that Bling Bling era, I'm gonna tell you, if people have music don't manipulate you, watch where I'm going with this. When you had that era, every one of us, especially young men, young boys, we ran to the little hair store. There's a hair beauty supply store that sold the little fake jewelry, the chains, the long chains that be in a little pack. You know, talk about look like it'd be the same pack as hair, long pack with your chain, got the little spinning wheel or whatever it might be. Chain fake as all be out, but you got two or three of them hanging from your neck. You going to school, you know what I'm saying? You got your little fake little watches and your little chains and all that, and you want it to be like them.
hmm
You
hmm
emulated that, right? Because you thought that was cool. That was, well, this what makes them cool, and maybe to make me cool.
yeah.
So the rappers sagging their pants, we sagging our pants. The rappers wearing big clothes, we're wearing big clothes. It's
Mhm.
very impressionable.
Well, yeah, but like you said, go back to what you said. You was like, it went from the rappers rapping about their own hood to, I mean, home, home. What was the first one you said?
Oh, well, so about the rappers rapping about what's going on around them, to
What's
them,
going on around them? Then what's going on? They started
yeah,
about what was
by
going on
them
in
being
their
the
own
villain,
hood,
yeah,
right?
by them
But
being the villain.
yeah, then I think it went to they started rapping about stuff that wasn't going on in their hood, which they didn't live like that. I think that's where the major one started. The major change came in where it's like you didn't grow up like that. So
Oh yeah, you didn't grow
you
up in a
know
single parent home. You have
you're
both your parents had a real good marriage.
right.
You
Yeah,
went to
yeah,
private school.
yeah. Yeah, that was I think that was the main change. Like, yo, you didn't grow up like that. I remember you. We
Yeah,
went to school
you
together.
yeah, you was a church boy. You
Right.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I be on the block selling. No, you don't. Using Bible study.
Right.
You don't know where
Right.
I was at. I was beside you. We was both in
Yeah.
Bible study. Like I rode with you. What you talking about?
Yeah. I think that was the main change. It's like, yeah, man. So
Well, that's true because one of the most famous examples, and 50 Cent pointed it out. So 50 in such in the form as 50 Cent normally do publicly, when he called out Rick Ross for being a security guard.
yeah,
And he was like, "How you a security guard and you selling packs? Like, how you a security guard and you pushing weight? Which are you? Are you a security guard or are you a drug dealer?"
man.
And then you think about it. If you think about it, if you're a security guard at a prison, who's in the prison, right? And if you're a security guard, don't these people in the prison normally brag about what they've done while in prison,
Yeah.
right? Don't they brag about what they're doing? What you think Rick Ross right here writing down? So you did what now? Okay, and you did what? So and what happened next? Okay, and what's this? And then you get in the studio. That ain't you. You know what I'm saying? And but it's an image. It's just like wrestling. It's like WWE. Rey Mysterio Rey Mysterio takes off his mask when he get home. He don't wear that mask. It's not part of his face. He takes it off. Just so y'all know, in case y'all was wondering, is this no? So it's part of a character. And it's a character that they portray because they know that's what pays the bill. They know if I act this way, because I got to please the record label, because the record label want me to be this way. And this is what pays my bills. This is what gets me these nice cars, these nice houses, these endorsements. So I'm going to be this person. I'm going to be this person as long as I can until I pivot into something else, which is a lot of them pivot into acting. They go into acting because it's a reason why a lot of these rappers are transitioning out of rap, because it's like, look, man, I can't keep on these charades anymore. I'm about to go act. You know what I'm saying? And at least if I'm acting, I can be different characters.
Yeah.
And I just think, to piggyback what you're saying, that whole "I had it tough" upbringing has been what broke. It had been what ruined hip hop ultimately, because not everybody had a rough upbringing. Just because you black and in the city doesn't mean you had a rough upbringing. Kanye West did not have a rough upbringing, and Kanye West to me is one of the greatest artists of all time, simply because he came out in an era when there was only gangsters, where there was only the 50 Cents, the D Blocks, the Ja Rules, the roughneck tough. I just got out of prison. I just shot this person. I got blood on my Tim's era. And he came out with a pink polo and a backpack and stole the show.
Yeah.
And when he done that, he created a lane for artists who said, I too don't want to rap about drugs. I was doing that because I thought that would get you famous. Now it could be me. Now you got now you got rappers like J. Cole. You got rappers like oh my God, what's my boy name? I'm thinking of him right now. Kick Push. Jesus Christ. Lupe Fiasco. You got the Kid Cuddies. You got the Chance the Rappers. You got the Sahai Princes. You got all these rappers that are alternative than gangster rap. Back then, now in the early 2000s, you weren't on the radio if you wasn't thug. You wasn't on the radio if you wasn't hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody had to be hard. Everybody had to be in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I think Kanye West opened up another avenue. But the problem is, just like anything in business, they overdo it. So then when he came out, you came out with the floodgates open with all these alternative rappers. And now it was, I'm different. Now it was, I went from being thug to different. And everybody wanted to be different so badly, because if they were different, they got the most attention.
Yeah.
So if people like Kanye West came out was different, they figured out that's the formula. You got to be different. That's the formula. That's what's going to get everybody eyes on you. You got to stand out. So then you got rappers like one of the most contradicting songs I've ever heard in hip hop is from Two Chains called "I'm Different." I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. And then he going to rap about the same shit everybody else is rapping about. The verse is literally copy paste from every other artist before him and during the time of him rapping. So you said nothing other than this guy said. I thought you was gonna say you put the toilet paper this on the front going way and in the back way. I thought you was gonna say you wash your hands first, then I don't know what I thought you was gonna say you put the syrup on, put the milk in, then put the cereal. I thought you was gonna really hit me with something different, but you literally said the same thing this guy said, but then you wanted so badly to be different. Like and artists at that time wanted to be so different, they didn't want to be human anymore. Remember the era? They didn't want to be human. Lil Wayne, I'm an alien. I'm a Martian. Like you want to be so different. You want to be a whole nother animal, a whole nother. I'm an alien. That's how different I am. All right. Kid Cudi and went to the moon. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like everybody wanted to be.
Sean.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to be out of this world, right? They wanted to be anything but black and human.
Yeah.
I'm an animal. I'm a beast. I'm a monster. You everything but a human being.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Me and Ty was talking about this yesterday, and we were talking about Motown because we were talking about Smokey. We just saw Smokey a couple weeks ago, Smokey Robinson, and we was talking about Motown, and it was like, yo, nobody from, and we were just talking about specifically Motown, and nobody on that label was the same. Well, nobody like the other person.
Smokey Robinson was nothing like Temptation. Temptation was nothing like
the Four Tops.
The Four Tops.
Smokey Robinson Miracles was nothing like Junior Walker and the All Stars. The Supremes were not like the Vandals. It was like everybody had their own style.
And it worked. It worked for all of them.
Right. Marvin wasn't trying to be like nobody else. It was like, and we was talking about that yesterday. And it was like, dang, yo, that's right. But now everybody is the same on these countless labels.
But that's true. Remember watching cartoons growing up, and remember, and I was working on a term for this. I'm still working on the term. I'm gonna copyright it, by the way. But so when one cartoon was successful back in the days, they made a doppelganger of it. Yeah. For example, remember Scooby Doo?
Yeah.
Okay. Remember they came out with the joint with the shark? I forgot the name of it. Remember the shark? The shark played drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Smurfs, and then they had the doppelganger to the Smurf was another one. It was
the ones underwater.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then then you had JoJo and the Pussycats, but all of them played bands. All of them was the 70s. All of them was mystery. All of them was hunting for mysteries and all that. Yeah. And and I'm back then I didn't know, but now I look back. How's this shark out of water? And how's he playing drums? Like at least Scooby Doo talking. All right, at least he ain't talking clear English, so I guess that's believable. But a shark out of water, why is he not dead yet? But anyway, but you have that era of animation or Ninja Turtles. They had the little shark. Remember the sharks, the four sharks? I forgot the name of that show. They was on roller skates.
What is it called?
Shark Attack, I think.
Yeah.
Right, and then you had Power Rangers. Then you had Beetleborgs. Remember Beetleborgs?
Mm-hmm.
They was a spinoff of the Power Rangers. Yeah. So what it is these executives, they don't know what they're doing. That's the reality. They have no bloody idea. You see it in Hollywood. They have no bloody idea what they're doing. Mm-hmm. And what they do is they watch this person be successful and they try to mimic it. Mm-hmm. Well, if you making millions of dollars, maybe I can make me. Go and get that shark. Go and get that shark. We can make our version of Scooby Doo. We can make all these merchandise and it flopped.
Yeah.
We're gonna make these Beetleborgs instead of Power Rangers had one season. You know what I'm saying? Everybody follow the leader. They gonna follow what you doing. You had Transformers, then you had the little other alternative than Transformers. Got the other show, but you have these is always a copycat.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
and that's how it is in music. Music is, you got so many trap artists, so you don't know everybody's the kingpin. Sean, solely everybody's the kingpin. Everybody's the plug. And I'm like, well, who's selling to who then? If all y'all the plug, then who's the customer? All y'all can't be the boss in the same. Everybody can't be the store manager at Walmart. They got to be one. You
Yeah.
might be a department manager, but not everyone's a store manager. And then
Yeah.
they all be so believable. Believe me, ask Ray Ray down the street, I'm the man. And then this dude said, ask Ricky down the street, I'm the man. Like, which one of you are?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's like no one has the audacity to be normal. That's why, if anybody's watching this that's inspiring artists, that's why Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole is running gamut on everybody. They're running circles around everybody in hip hop. Ain't nobody in rap touching them boys. Ain't a bean close. You name them, promise you ain't doing it. You say Drake, well, Drake was, but Drake is pop now, so he's not technically hip hop.
Mhm.
So, and the reason why them boys are different because they themselves. Oh, look at that.
Mhm.
Would you believe it? That they can be successful being themselves. J. Cole is one of the most prolific artists right now. And I listened to one song he made where he was talking about how he used to act like he was tough just because he was scared to be punched in the face. And he said some dudes used to try him, so he had to fight it just to keep up that image. But that's real shit. Because a
Mhm.
lot of us played tough in school just so we wouldn't get beat up.
Mhm. Mhm.
But no one was brave enough to say that.
Mhm.
You see what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, but you think about hip hop was an era where everybody was tough. Everybody slapped somebody. So you had to be that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when one guy came out, man, I'm scared to get punched in the face. Who else scared? You know what? Actually, I am. I said I like getting shot, but I'm scared to get punched, you know? So artists like these guys flourish like her, the artist LMA.
Mhm.
LMA, in my opinion, and I know we get to the GOAT, but LMA, in my opinion, as of now, as of standing, and female in the female side of R&B, she's the GOAT to me. That's
Mhm.
just my thing. She's the GOAT to me. Ain't nobody touching her
Mhm.
because, and I give you three reasons. One reason is she has an authentic sound,
Mhm.
right? She's not bragging about how good her WAP is. She's not bragging about how good her head is. She's not bragging about how much money dudes spend on her. She's
Mhm.
not running around here half naked shaking a booty. She's not making her OnlyFans just to get recognition. You barely even see her, you know what I'm saying? And she just give you great music. Two, she writes her own music, which is
Mhm.
rare. I know Beyonce is the GOAT for a lot of people. She don't write her own music, people. She got a team of writers. She got more writers than Marvel, believe me. So, you know, and I'm just look it up. Don't believe me, look it up, Beehive. Look it up. Look it up, then come back at me. But you know what I'm saying? But facts are the facts. So she writes her own music, which is rare. Summer Walker too. Shout out to Summer Walker. And then thirdly, check this. Thirdly, she make music that me as a man, I could play in my car and don't have to turn it down. My homie get in the car. Oh shit. Put up some gangster
Mhm.
music. You know what I'm saying? She
Mhm.
made music to where I can relate to. Like
Yeah.
I love Keisha Cole's, but Keisha Cole's been heartbroken her whole career. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So I can't. That's not talking to me.
Mhm. Mhm.
Beyonce is good, but I don't know what the hell she's talking about now. So she ain't talking to me.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so Mary J. Blige is one of the greatest, but she ain't talking to me.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So I just think, you know,
Yeah. And funny you say Beyonce because have you heard her new album?
I heard three songs. I'm gonna be completely honest. I heard three songs, and I don't want to say I heard the whole album, but the three I heard, I'm not a Beyonce fan. I think she's talented. I think
Mhm.
she's one of the greatest. I don't want people to come at me sideways, but I don't check for Beyonce albums. I heard three songs though, mainly because people making a big stink about the album. And the three songs I've heard, I just wasn't really feeling it.
Mhm.
But hey, I probably wouldn't have felt it anyway because
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a huge Beyonce fan either. Like you said, I'm not checking, to see when that album coming out, when she coming to town, you know. But I was, and shout out to Ronisha, my cousin Ronisha. I I was I had went out to lunch with her and she had Beyonce playing, right? So she was like, "Go in the car, listen to the album." And it was actually like the album, like it was like a continuation. It was crazy. Like I had never heard nothing like it besides what's going on, you know. And it continued to one song to the other. Like the transition, like the production was great on how they set this album up. So that's why I was actually surprised. I'm glad I listened to it. Um, because I never really listened to Beyonce. I mean, I know her material because she's like you say, she's talented, but I don't really listen to her albums.
Oh, understood.
But it was hitting. It was hitting.
Well, and that's good, man. That's solid because and that's what I'm saying. I've the songs I heard is "Please Don't Break My Soul" or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad song. With again, I only heard 3 songs,
Sure.
so maybe if I heard the whole album, I might be with you, right? I might be like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, this album's fire, but maybe I listened to the 3 worst songs on the album. For all I know, I don't know, but from what I've heard, it's just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's not like trash, but it's like, all right,
Yeah.
But at the same time, I think there's so much more talent around here. For example, there's artists that are grinding right now. Albums probably will smoke the boots of what Beyonce's putting out.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why Beyonce and people normally get that stank face, like, what you mean? And that's conditioned because if they don't see you on TV or they don't hear in a radio, then you ain't ish.
Yeah.
So therefore, you can't compete,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Soul's Funk and Confusion album can't compete with Soul Child's new album or Chris Brown new album. Why? Why can't it compete? Because he's not on that same plateau. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the image that I despised because
Me too.
people would down you for being a local artist and they will make memes about you. Or you a SoundCloud artist, make memes about you, make it to where it's an embarrassment to be a local artist, to where you
Yeah.
don't want to be one anymore. Like, oh, you make songs? Yeah, a little bit, So,
Mhm.
and it's like I tell you, my cousin Brandon. I don't know where he at. Brandon, if you alive, man, holla at me. Brandon, Jarrell, shout out to Jarrell, the new baby.
Yes. Yes.
Um, Tony, Teaspoon. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Those brothers, and like I said with you as well, those brothers. Even my boy Mario, I don't know where he's at anymore. Hey, I'm still here. But
Mhm.
um, I said this before and I say it again. Y'all are some of the most talented people I've ever been around or ever had the grace to see or witness. And it's so fascinating to me. It's like I listen to y'all music, I listen to what y'all put out, and whenever Jarrell do like his little duo videos when he used to do them, and I'd be like,
Mhm.
I know this dude, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when you do your shows and stuff, or you came down here to Chirag and how people was just like falling over you, like you had them around a gym, just doing like the Soul Train. And the fact is, it's like I know you. I even had one of my old friends back in the day. She looked at me as me and you was talking, like, you know him, and it's one of my proudest moments. Well, that's my boy, man. We school together. Yeah. You know him? Yeah, we talking about, man. Like as we were saying. So one of my proudest moments. But it's just to where, especially when I see Souley playing with what's his name? What's the artist? Oh my god, Charlene. What's his name? Uh
Anthony Hamilton.
Anthony Hamilton, and Anthony Hamilton out here getting busy, y'all.
Oh
And
yeah.
when I see Souley out here just solely do your thing, man, and I see where he do his thing, and I see Teaspoon out there
Yeah.
on a jumbotron at a live events
Yeah. Well, absolutely. Yeah.
playing keyboard for this dude, like Charlene. I been watching him. I watched his videos, bro. And it's crazy because it's like I know these people,
Yeah.
and I think is it's one of those things where I tell my wife all the time. I say I feel very blessed to know these guys, or to be where Solely hits me up. Chris, what you got going on? Because I feel like, dude, I'm a fan first, and I'm like, what these brothers do, I will compare to what's out there now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And I think that we don't get our respect because we're not out there. It's like, and that's how people condition, which especially in our community, especially, oh my God, in the urban Black community. If I had a song long ago, and I'm a shift here, but I had a song I put on as a contest, one of our other mutual classmates put together for up and coming artists, right? And who had a single. And I won the contest by a landslide, by the way. I won it. Fair and square, won it. And the judges had to step in because the other contestants that was in it was like riding me like, his quality ain't good. His sound quality don't sound professional though. I can't hear him. And then other people like, I heard everything he said. What you talking about? And then like, well, I don't think it sounds studio quality. And and it's like everybody else was like, I thought it was straight, And the judges had to come in and overturn it. I won it, but they had to change it to where another person won it.
That's crazy, man.
Right? And I ain't gonna say that person's name because that's old, but I just think that's funny how that works.
Yeah.
But it's funny how that works because it goes back to what I'm saying. It's about the quality when it comes to the music now. It's like your sound quality got to be pristine. And I'm going somewhere with this. Remember the 90s grunge rock scene? Remember the Nirvanas, remember the Kurt Cobains, remember that scene? They recorded their audio in distorted. Their audio was distorted on purpose. And people don't know what distorted means. That just basically means it sounds grungy, like a crackling to it. They recorded their audio purposely to be distorted. That's how they purposely done it. And there was a genre for that.
Oh yeah.
And when it comes to those artists, especially in the Caucasian white community, they love up and coming artists. Oh, if you a garage band? Oh yeah, we fucks with it. You say no more. You go.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it was all about who knew this band first. You never heard of Soul Lee and the Super Band, have you? No. Check this out. I was the first to show you this. You know what I'm saying? And the audio might sound like you in the bathroom. Yeah, I fucked them first. And but that's what it was in that era, in that scene. Because you had artists who sound like they recorded their songs in a cafe with people cleaning up plates, clinking, clink, 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 clink. I love you, clink, 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 clink. And people love that. They love the art, the artistic vibe, but they love the authenticity, the authentic sound of it.
Yeah,
it didn't have to be
like real to real, or
yeah, it didn't have to
be
be sound perfect HD quality movie production style, to be heard. And a lot of these bands blew up and they still keep that same style of recording. But when it comes to hip hop, oh man, boy, you got to be crystal clear. You got to have HD quality sound. You got to be pristine. It got to be packaged with 4K visuals. You have so much checklists to hit off.
Yeah.
Right. But back in the days, like you said, the Four Tops, Earth, Wind and Fire, all them guys, earlier stuff sound like it was recorded and distorted, but people still play them and it still vibe. So I think is when it comes to hip hop, they don't. If they can't discredit your talent, they're gonna discredit your quality. Because your talent, they cannot challenge Soul Lee's talent. They cannot challenge that boy can sing. You a damn fool if you say that boy can't sing. So your only option is to, the piano don't sound as authentic as it. That's your only gripe. Well, his video wasn't shot in 4K 60. It was 720 at best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so it's to where you have to go to these artists have to go to these studios and spend thousands and thousands of dollars to have this sound quality product. I finally did it. It sounds perfect. I spent thousands of dollars on it. Then they play it. It's like, this is trash. I spent thousands of dollars on this and it's trash. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And by
So
that time, you didn't fixed everything how they say they wanted it. Now, the, the sound of the culture has completely changed,
gone.
and
Dude,
now you got to come up with another project.
another avenue, bro. I remember when we was in school, you used to record your joint live. By the way, y'all solely used to have a keyboard in the studio, a piano, grand piano in the studio, playing the live grand piano,
Yeah,
and then have the drums live recorded, and then go in and sing it live. Like all that was live. So when
yeah,
you have live jam sessions, and as an artist, solely, correct me if I'm wrong, but some of these artists' greatest projects was jam sessions.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Jam sessions was some of the greatest
yeah.
content. So much to what
James Brown.
MTV exactly. So much what MTV said, well, we gonna do a unplug
Mm-hmm,
version of all this, acoustics and live and grunge and everything,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
because the quality of music has shit to do with your audio. Don't get me wrong now. It don't mean you can just throw a mix together, guys, and it sounds foolish. If
Yeah,
your horns is louder than your vocals, come on now. I'm not saying that. All right, guys, it's our time to shine. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you don't have to have $1,000 quality song for it to be a great song. That's all
yeah.
I'm saying. You
Mhm.
could be a phenomenal artist and record right there in Soli Studio, right there. Soli probably ain't got a whole open floor where you could put a whole nother grand piano. He's in his room, and
I
if you
wish.
hear his music, it's authentic. And that's what I'm saying. This is where I record my music at, in my man cave. You know what I'm saying? And Billie Eilish, if y'all know who she is, she
Mhm.
record her songs in her bedroom. Her bedroom. Her bedroom.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And we got Red Man, and we got Red Man.
Redman, you know what I'm saying? Like Lil Wayne used to record, bring his setup and record in his hotel rooms. He would record his songs in his tour bus.
Yeah,
So I'm just saying, don't let these studios rob you, nickel and dime you out of everything you got. They say you need this to do this. You can have $1,000 mix and still sound like shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the truth. That's the truth, bro.
Yeah, but anyway, man, what else you got, Soli, man? What I know I go on a little rampant there, but I
Oh
say
no,
who
man.
my I say who my queen was of R&B. Who you got that's holding it down right now?
That's holding it down right now. I like your choices. I like your choices a lot. And
Mm.
then we got the Black Diamond coming out with a major hit that I wrote, um, which is going to be. I was talking about it. Yes, I was like, yo, this project right here, this fucking confusion. And when she sang this single I did, man, yo, it's this one right here is gonna really blow up. I'm telling you, I can already see it, bro.
No, I know.
I can already see it. Like it we first of all, it's a story behind the song. And it's man, it's just like one of those songs. It's like, yo, everybody can relate to. And it's not in a style of like everything, like everyday music now. Like we got our own sound. And with this song right here, yo, it's really funky confusion. And plus Redman introducing us on this album, especially on this single, which is
That's Redman, the rapper, y'all. By the way, Method the Redman. So y'all know this ain't Redman down the street. That's Redman, Redman. Just for the people out there that's ready to, critique you solely.
right, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So like the Red Man and Method Man, just Red Man, yeah. I can't wait to work with Method Man though. Man, I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan of Method Man too.
Yeah, he's awesome, man.
But we got Red Man. So
Yeah.
but yeah, it's gonna be a huge project. But I'm still um so for the female version, I'm gonna say yeah, um the ones that you named. plus my wife,
Mhm.
because we got some good projects coming out with her.
That's right.
Um,
Go and drop that name, man, so they know who she is, man.
oh yeah, Black Diamond,
Blood
Black
Diamond.
Diamond, part of Solely in the Super Band,
Hmm.
and she got some really nice songs coming out, and I can't wait for the world to hear it,
I agree, man. I've heard I think two of his songs, by the way, people. I'm not saying this because I'm his boy and his partner in arms, but they great, man. They are good. They are really good, man. Like if they weren't good, I'd be quiet the whole time. Like, but nah, they really are good, brother. Like it's definitely a sound that's missing
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
and it's with his own twang to it. So I think um we for real, all jokes aside, all comedy aside, for real, we got to support our own because
Yeah.
you know artists like Solely grind and he put his music first. This brother was almost out of here not long ago and was ready to get back to the stage the next day. You know what
I'm
I'm
trying
saying?
to tell you, bro.
And that dedication is something that's rare because me, if I just wake up an hour late, oh well, plans council ain't doing nothing. But the brother, his dedication and to what he do in his craft is well worth his roses. You know what I'm saying? And
Thank you, man. I
if y'all
appreciate
never heard any of his projects for real, like check it out. Go to his page, Solely in the Super Band. They got a page with that, or just look up Solely. It's Solely TR, right?
it.
Yeah, look up Solely. That's SOULETR, by the way.
Hmm.
And look that up, man, because he got great content for real. Support him because I think that's what just very discouraging and heartbreaking, and it breaks artists' heart when they grind and where they first infancy of audit infancy of fans. What I mean by infancy of fans is they first wave of fans. When you don't support them, that can be discouraging, and it just makes them quit, make them don't want to do it. You know,
Oh yeah.
and then you got a lot of great talent that just gave it up, and you could have been listening to them rocking the show. They could have been the next greatest thing, but they just didn't get that support. Now, in my case, maybe I wasn't as good as I thought. Maybe I was trash. I don't know. But I like to think I was pretty solid. You know what I'm saying? And would I say I will be up there with the J. Cole's and Kendricks? Probably not. That'd be, a stretch for me. But I think I have my own lane and I think I have my own respective lane. But a lot of times when you try to show people you are around your content, they don't really uh truly support you. You got blind support, and I'm gonna say that real quick because this is very detrimental to what Soli's doing as well. Do not blind support this brother. Don't just share his music. Don't just listen to what the brother's saying. Don't just like his song after 2 seconds of him posting it because it's a 5 minute song. I know you didn't listen. So, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that because that's insulting. That's called patronizing. Just so y'all know, that is patronizing the artist. When the
Mhm.
song is literally posted for a millisecond, you just got your thumb just left the screen and it's shared. This song is fired. Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
I'd rather you not do anything at all
Mhm.
because what happens is you don't have true fans because if you really would have listened to what Soli was saying, you really and truly be checking for the next project. Like, hey, bro, when the next one coming out? When the next one coming out? Because I swear to God, man, like when it's coming out, my wife.
Yeah.
And that support is what's going to carry us, to the next stage to where we'll be so proud to play that song. Like, man, you got to hear this, man. Black Diamond went off for me to play it for you.
Mhm.
And then now they telling their friends because they genuinely support it. That genuine support is what's getting more fans because you passing it to this person, they passing it to that person. Now
Yeah.
you collecting a tribe, and you
Yeah.
can't collect that tribe if you just blindly sharing or blindly liking the projects because guess what? You share it on your page and that's all they said about it. There's no content after it. There's no nothing else. There's no more murmur about it. And people check for that. Because
Mhm.
when 21 Savage or when that girl I'm a if I'm sucker I'm free. I got my whatever girl name. I can't remember the song, but
Yeah. Yeah.
the F girl summer, whatever it is. But
Mhm.
y'all play her, y'all talk about her song all day long. You gonna talk about that new artist song all day long for days on end. But Post Lee only got one share, and you ain't say nothing else about it. You know what I'm saying? And his album could have been 10 times better than what you was playing. But just support for real. Like cut the nonsense. Really support.
Yeah, man, I appreciate it. Yeah, we gotta do it. We gotta do better.
Yeah.
We gotta do better as people.
Yeah.
On supporting each other.
Yeah.
Hell, not even if it's just not even if it's music. Like support your friend's business. Because hell, Nike had to start somewhere. It's Nike ain't just started off being Nike that we know of for now. Yeah, that's right, man. So
Yeah. Yeah.
man.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. Support your people.
Yeah, you got to, man, because nobody else can do it. The reason why these artists are, just so y'all know, we can give, because we know a lot of the inside scoop. Just so you know, these artists that you comparing us to, comparing solely to, they only big because they record label pay for them spots. By the way, you hear them on the radio, oh, that's paid for. That's paid for. It's called payola. Look it up. It's paid for. You hear that artist song 20 times on radio because the label pays for that. It's like commercial spots at Super Bowls. They pay for that product because they got to make money off that artist by all means necessary. They already gave this artist 2 million or 3 million, whatever the deal was, so they gotta make that money back. So they go pimp that artist out to get that money back.
That's
You
right.
feel me? They gonna have that song playing everywhere. You can hear that song on Coco Melon. They're gonna play it everywhere just to get that money back, Jack. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's conditioning you to believe, well, this artist is clearly better because they're famous. No, that's not the truth. Just because you're famous don't mean you're better. Now we are in an era where your grind is what gets you heard in most cases. So now I can be talented than them artists I name, but my grind wasn't where theirs was at. So that's the difference. Maybe if I grind harder, maybe I'd be farther. That's true. I can agree to that. I can whatever, But your grind, ultimately is what gets you at least at the table, or at least in the restaurant rather. Now, but my thing is just simply this, is to where you have to understand every artist start from somewhere. J. Cole wasn't always J. Cole. J. Cole was Jermaine at one time. Kendrick Lamar wasn't always Kendrick Lamar. You know what I'm saying? He started somewhere beating on lunch tables, He started somewhere recording in his parents' closet or something, And the fans that supported him during his Section 80, Good Kid, Mad City era, those fans is why he's where he's at now. Right? These artist fans, is they day one fans, is what got them to where they are now. And a lot of these fans are adding on later on in life. Those are the ones who we don't need. We don't need the bandwagons. We don't need the I knew him in school. No, you did, but you didn't support him. When he was selling his products, you didn't support him. That's too much for a t-shirt, but you go spend $300 on a shirt made by somebody who don't even like black people. Okay, continue. But I'm just saying, bro, it is what it is. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we can't support each other. Like my sister have a business, DD Beauty Supply out there, Sherrall, South Carolina. It's a beauty supply store, and we get that in Sherrall. You have people walk in her store just to whatever, just to be, people just don't want to support you. My wife have a travel business. You see what I'm saying? And she try to get people, to do travel or kick back and travel. And a lot of people just call her just to say how much it is to go here, how much it is to go there, and they don't call back. That's not support. Don't bother. Don't call me if you're not serious. Don't call solely if you ain't booking them. Don't call solely if you ain't try to buy no product. Don't just like, I heard that song, it was good. That's cool. I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate the compliments, but if you're not supporting the movement, you got to move.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's it. That's all. I get passionate. I just get passionate.
That's real stuff. That's real stuff. We got to do better. We got to do better. But that's why you got to create your own. Create your own lane. Like if I ain't going out, I ain't trying to get no record deal from, one of those major ones like from, Interscope or Atlantic. So we got Soul in the Super Band. We got our own business. We make our own shows. We make our own merch. Hell, you knock out all of them people in the middle. Do it yourself. It's hard, but if you got that drive, you can make it.
That's true.
Hell, we in there. We in there.
That's what's up, man. Well, on that note, we're gonna wrap this up, man. It's a lot of good information that was shared here that wasn't intentional, but I love when we do these podcasts. And by the way, quick shout out, Don Trail, my brother. I love you, bro. Like we gotta get you back on here. We gotta get you back on here, my guy. Shout out to my boy Zebo. Um, um, some of y'all know maybe it's DePaul, but shout out to the Distance Podcast. Go over there, check them out. They're
Mhm.
really doing great things for real, man. Like Teaspoon, like I said, check him out. He's doing solid things, man. That's the one I told you that's in the band with Anthony Hamilton. Um, 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 I don't know if I'm forgetting names, but
Yeah, Jarrell,
everybody,
shout out to Jarrell
Jarrell,
French. Yeah,
Jarrell,
yeah.
yeah, for real. Um, a lot of our classmates out here, they're getting busy out here. Ashley,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
old big head Ashley out there, she doing her thing, man, with her advertisement and stuff, man. Like a lot of our classmates, y'all, are very talented, like for real,
Mhm.
like for real, for real. Like I went to a school in Raleigh, and believe me, like a lot of them are like they there, man, like for real.
Yeah, that was
So
it was a good batch, bro.
yeah, good bitch. Yeah, all of us, man. Shout out to grandma, you know. If she knows she is, y'all don't got no
Yeah,
age. She knows what she is, you know what I
that's
mean?
right. That's right.
Yeah, you know, but for real, man, like a lot of us got busy out there, man, and I love that connection. I hated I went to school just for music. I should have went to school for something else, but I love the connections I made there because this is lifetime. This brother been my friends. Oh my God, forever. You know what I'm saying? Forever since before smartphones was a thing. So you know, guys, before you know, since before smartphones was a thing, believe that.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? You make lifelong friends like that. But for real, support us all in any fashion. I'm gonna do more comedy stuff. I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna try to do more content, more of these podcasts, y'all. Just be if y'all still supporting us, appreciate it. A lot of y'all fell off, then you know I understand, but you know we try to make this more consistent, and that's my fault. It ain't Soli's fault because he hit me up daily, y'all. Hit me up daily, yo. If you don't drop another episode, I'm gonna come down there and cut you. So I'm just letting you know. So like he has been on my back, y'all, which is like I said, it's fascinating because he the famous friend. So he hitting me up, the unfamous friend. Well, you better get my money, you know. But so I appreciate it because that motivation got me up here. We started at what 8 o'clock this morning. We started talking about doing this,
Yeah,
and
man.
I done dropped the kids off at school. Got my night clothes on. I ain't went to sleep yet, but you know, but for real, we need to push each other. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
follow his page for more of his content. Funk and Confusion will be dropping soon, so stay close to that. Support. Also, shout out to my wife yet again, Kit Back in Travel. That's her
Mhm.
page, Crystal. You know, so she hooking up these trips, y'all. We going to
So we got to
Disney
get
this
a
week.
trip in, yo.
We,
Come on,
we,
man.
we
We got
got
to get a trip in.
we got to go. So we need to do a guys trip, and I'm gonna hit you in the group because for real, we might need to do like travel, like because I was thinking about we was gonna go out of the country, but a lot of us don't have passports, so and that's why a lot of the friends was like, ah. So we're gonna try to do a road trip somewhere, maybe Atlanta. I'm not sure where. Maybe we
Mhm.
can just kind of pitch some ideas and just do a road trip and get Crystal to hook us up.
Yeah.
But for real though, we gonna do a road trip, man.
That
That
was
just
another crazy trip right there. We went down to ATL, but
Oh man, that was fun, y'all. By the way, that was awesome, man. That was awesome. That was one of my most cherished moments recently, bro. For real, like
yeah, bro.
that was fun, man. But yeah, we need to do it with all the guys, man, because all
Yeah.
our different personalities, man, in this one vehicle is just that's why this podcast became a thing because these personalities get together. You don't know what you'll get. This brother got unseen footage of me acting a fool, and I don't know how he still got this stuff. But if I ever get famous, he gonna drop this unseen footage of me, guys. So I'll be like, this brother, he showed me something recently. Like I remember that. Like, how do you act? You know? So for real, man, like stuff like that though, it's like, yo, that's why we gotta do something with these podcasts. We gotta bring people into our universe, into our world, because
Yeah.
hey man, you love us. But with that being said, again, follow Soul and Soup Band page, follow Chris Lee. You see my little tag up here, whatever corner it record, and follow my page, follow all the respective pages I drop, man, to support us all. If you don't know how to find everybody, or if you can't find everybody, for the most part, you could just simply hit me up, and I could just drop all the ads for everybody to follow as well. And then different avenues and forums, anything entertainment related. I know a person, believe me. So for real. Shouts out to everybody else. Love y'all. Soli, take care of yourself, man. The family, man. Can't wait for the album. Peace.
Cool.